just we'll make an analogy between electrostatic and magnetostatic. In electrostatic, we studied Coulomb's law, then Gauss law. Application of Coulomb's law and Gauss law. We studied electric field or electric flux density due to Q, even potential. In magnetostatic, we will study Biot-Savart's law, its application. Then extension of Biot-Savart's law is Ampere circular law and its application. Similar to electric field intensity, we will have magnetic field intensity. Similar to electric flux density, magnetic flux density. Similar to this electrostatic potential, we have magnetostatic potential. This is scalar potential, this is a vector potential. We will make this analogy. And here also, we got two equation, Maxwell equation here, and another two Maxwell equation we get here. Is it fine? Then, first, what is a magnetic field? We will see first. See, let us take a permanent magnet with north and south pole. This is a permanent magnet. See, the force lines will generate from north pole and enter into south pole, and internally they will travel from north to south. Sorry, south to north. Then similarly, it will be like this. Internally they travel from south to north. Is it up? Yeah. See, then what are these lines? Magnetic flux lines are force lines. Magnetic flux lines are force lines. Means, see how to feel the presence of this magnetic field here. This is a permanent magnet I am taking at present. This is a permanent magnet. How to feel that magnetic effect is there? You need to take a compass needle. When you take, it will deflect from north to south. Means it indicates magnetic force of lines are present. They are moving from north to south. Is it up? Then, no, if I fix some area, yes, and this magnetic flux I will denote by psi. The total number of magnetic flux passing through unit area is called as magnetic flux density, similar to electric flux density. What we denoted electric flux density? Total number of flux passing through unit area. Area is held normal to movement of flux. Here it is a magnetic flux, there it is a electric. See, there is a difference between electric and magnetic flux. See, electric flux originate from Q and terminate at further no movement. But here they will originate from north pole, enter into south pole and complete a loop. Means they are in the form of loop, but they are not in the form of loop. The unit of this magnetic flux is Weber. Magnetic flux I am talking only. Whereas the unit of this is Coulomb. Is it up? Just take down the heading magnetic flux and magnetic flux density. To define this, we consider a permanent magnet. To define above, we consider a permanent magnet. As shown in figure. The presence of magnetic field is experienced by presence of magnetic lines of force is experienced by presence of magnetic lines of force by taking a compass needle rather than by keeping compass needle. These magnetic lines of force that is total magnetic lines of force is called magnetic flux, denoted by psi, and its unit is Weber. Okay. These magnetic flux lines, next point, these magnetic flux lines generate from North Pole, enter into what? South Pole, and internally travel from South Pole to North Pole, forming a loop. But this is not true for electric flux, is it or not? This is not true for electric. Means what is the difference between magnetic flux and electric flux? Electric flux generate from positive charge terminated negative, whereas this generate from North Pole, enter South Pole, and travel to North Pole internally through a permanent magnet. Is it or not? That unit is Coulomb. This unit is Weber. Yes. Then no. Next is magnetic flux density. B. See, it is defined as magnetic flux density is defined as total number of magnetic flux lines passing through unit area which is held normally or perpendicular. We'll see direction वगैरह later, right? The direction of what is the direction of B bar, how to find B bar, all those things. It is defined as total number of magnetic flux lines passing through unit area held normally to the direction of flux lines. Held normally to the direction of flux lines. Then magnetic field intensity H. At present, I am talking only a magnitude, but this is vector. This is vector, and this is also vector. How to define magnetic field intensity? See, electric field intensity gives what? It gives how strong or how weak electric field. It's a measure of strongness or weakness of electric field intensity. Definitely, this H bar or B bar will measure the strongness or weakness of magnetic field. Is it all? The H bar or E bar will measure strength of magnetic field. Okay, it will measure the strength of magnetic field. Now the question is, how we define electric field? It is defined as force per unit charge. Force per unit charge. Then how we are going to define this H? This is electric force per unit charge. This is defined as magnetic force per unit north pole. Magnetic force per unit north. Okay? And what is the unit of this? Weber per meter square. Then this is magnetic force per unit north pole. I say. What was the unit of this? Volts per meter. And the unit of this is? What is the unit of H? Amperes per. Similar to this, it is a volts per meter. The unit of this is amperes per meter. No, we studied the basic things or basic analogy between electric and magnetic field, and all these things I defined using permanent magnet. We are not considering anywhere permanent magnet, is it or not? But to define what is magnetic flux density, what is magnetic field intensity, what is magnetic flux lines, I took this. No, this field we need to create by passing current. This field we need to create by passing current through a conductor. That is our objective. And definition of these holds good. Electric field, magnetic field, or magnetic flux density, or magnetic flux lines, or magnetic field intensity. Definition holds good, but the target is this field is to be created by current passing through a conductor. Yes or no? Then that we will study first. When DC current take down, next heading, magnetostatic. Heading is magnetostatics. Shall I have this? Magnetostatics. See, when charges are moving with uniform velocity, then that current we call it as DC current. When charges are moving with uniform velocity, and that we call it as DC current. The flow of DC current. Next point, the flow of DC current in a conductor. The flow of DC current in a conductor creates magnetic field around it. Creates magnetic field around it. Let us take this is a conductor. The current, DC current is denoted by capital letter, and it's create magnetic field around it. This is like this. And study of, see, one minute. This magnetic field created is time varying or not? It is not varying with respect to time. This magnetic field created is not varying with respect to time. Take note. This magnetic field created is not varying with respect to time. Why? Because of DC current. Because of non-varying charges. Hence, study of static magnet. That not varying with respect to time, we call it as static magnetic field. Take note. It is called static magnetic field. It is called static magnetic field. That not varying with respect to time, I said no. No, before to study of. This is also called as static magnetic field. No, you take the next point. Study of static magnetic field study of static magnetic field due to flow of DC current in a conductor. is called magnetostatics. Is called magnetostatics. Is it clear what is magnetostatics? Study of static magnetic field. Static magnetic field means which is not varying with respect to time due to flow of DC current. Is called magnetostatics. Now the question is, when current is moving like this, then the field will be around it. How to find its direction? Right. Next point, magnetic field and its property. And its direction. See, this is a conductor. Current is flowing like this. And around this magnetic field will be created. That is time varying magnetic field or static magnetic field. Is it or not? See, the direction of this magnetic field is decided by right hand thumb. The thumb indicates the direction of current in a conductor, and this curled fingers will indicate direction of magnetic field around it. Is it clear or not? The direction of magnetic field is indicated by this curled finger, and direction of current in conductor is indicated by this. If current direction is like this, then what is the direction of magnetic field? It will be like this. Is it or not? Take a look. The direction of magnetic field is determined by right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule. Thumb will indicate direction of current in conductor. Thumb will indicate the direction of current in conductor. And curled fingers. The curled fingers will indicate direction of magnetic field. Direction of magnetic field. For example, I have taken direction of curled fingers. Curled fingers. For example, myself is a conductor. Current flowing like this. Then how will the magnetic field? It will be in this direction. Yes or no? Are you getting it is in this direction, magnetic field? Are you getting? No. Agar current aisa rahe to, if earlier case I took current is flowing like this. No, current is flowing like this means what is the direction of magnetic field? Like this. Yes or no? This is the direction of magnetic field. Then with the base, see, this is field created by flow of current. This field is created by permanent magnet. And whatever this magnetic field we got now, it is due to current flow of current. And this magnetic field we got due to permanent magnet. Yes or no? And definition of electric field intensity, electric flux density or magnetic flux lines remains same. Now, with this basic, shall we enter into Biot-Savart's law? Just what is electric magnetic field? It measures the strength of magnetic field. It is defined as magnetic force experienced by unit north pole. There we defined electric force per unit charge. Electric field. And magnetic flux density, how we define? Total number of flux passing through unit area such that area is held normal to flow of charges. And even we found the relation between E bar and D bar. Yes or no? Here also we will have a relation between H bar and D bar. All those things we'll see after certain time. Okay, because we'll see that with time. No, take down the heading. Shall I have this? Don't speak. Why not? Support. Very important for exam. State and explain Biot-Savart's law for 6 marks. Let us consider, please take note, let us consider a conductor. Let us consider a conductor through which current I is flowing. See, keep one thing in your mind. In electrostatic, nowhere we put the direction of current. Yes or no? Because nowhere the current was flowing in electrostatic. Only charges were present. Even charges were not flowing. If charges were flowing, that leads to current. But here, charges are flowing with uniform velocity. In magnetostatics, DC current. In electrostatic, no current at all. By mistake, for any derivation, line charge or surface charge or somewhere if you put direction of current, it's wrong. You should not. No, this is the current flowing. No, at point P, I want to find magnetic field intensity. See, instead of entire conductor, shall I consider a small length dl? And this distance, I will call it as R. And the direction of this is dl. Shall I do that? Then, see, if I consider complete, I will get h bar here. If I consider only dl, dh. This is a differential length. Is it or not? Consider a conductor through which current I is flowing through it. Consider a current conductor through which current I is flowing through it. Now, let us consider the differential length dl. Let us consider the differential length dl, due to which we find differential magnetic field intensity. What? Differential magnetic field intensity dH. At point P, which is at a distance R from this point P is at a distance R from differential element. Okay? Full stop. Biot-Savart's law states that the differential magnetic field intensity at point P is proportional to product of I and differential length dl. Product of I and differential length dl. See, this together we call it as differential current element. For future topic, product of current I and differential length dl. But together we call it as differential current element in future context. Okay? Then second point, proportional to sine of angle between current element. This is a current element. This is a current element or not? Sine of angle between current element and line joining point P and current element. Differential current element. Rather than just I'll call differential element. Proportional to sine of angle between differential element, angle between this is a differential element and line joining point P and differential element. You can write DL, not an issue. Line joining point P and differential element. And third, inversely proportional to square of distance between point P and differential element. Okay? Then we can write TH is proportional to I DL sin theta divided by R square. Yes or no? Is it?
Yes, sir.
Then I'll remove that proportionality sign. I'll keep it as K I DL sin theta divided by R square. Then this K I'll take it as 1 by 4 pi R square I DL sin theta h. See, at present only I found the magnitude. Keep in mind, nowhere I have put a bar. In some textbook he did this mistake. Here itself will put a bar. No, that should not be. Till this I found only 9. From right hand thumb rule, we know what is the direction of H. For example, this is a current. What is the direction of H at this point? It is entering into the board. At this point, the direction is entering into the board. Means it is normal to the board. That knowledge we have at present. Now, let us go back to the dot product. Shall I write this? Before analyzing, but in examination, all these things, dot product, वगैरह don't do. No, if I have not dot product, cross product. If I have two vectors, let us take a cross product. Vector A and vector B. The resultant vector is normal to. That is A cross B is equal to magnitude of A, magnitude of B, sine of angle between them and A. What is this A? Normal vector to this board. If these are the two vectors, then resultant vector whatever we get, it's a normal to this board. But here also the direction of this is normal to board. Yes or no? Then I need to identify which are these two vectors here then. Class is up to end में हूँ just start okay ना is it okay? No. See what I do, this AL, just see this, can I express I 4 pi, I'll write this in terms of direction one, dh bar is equal to, just I'll write in vector form, dh bar 1 divided by 4 pi r square IDL sin theta. An. What is An? normal entering the board at point. An is a normal vector entering this word at point. Okay na? No, this I want to express in terms of this crosswalk. How? Check it. Here itself, dh bar I. See, sin theta is there, an is there, and shall I take dl as magnitude of dl bar? What is magnitude of dl bar? Dl. And sin theta is there. One more I need to take magnitude whose magnitude is 1. Which is that? Somebody say? AR bar. See, what is the magnitude of this? See, this is one vector, this is another vector. Are you getting? This is something like A bar, which is equal to DL bar. And this is like B bar, which is equal to A bar. And what is the resultant vector? Normal to the bird. Do check it. DL bar, AR bar, sin theta. Any change in this and in this? Divided by 4 by r. Let me check. Any changes there between this and this? No. No, can I write this as I? How can I write this? This together. DL bar cross divided by 4 by r. That's all. Is it clear? This is in vector form. Then even you can write what is your AR bar? Shall I have this? Shall I have this? AR is equal to this. Just see this. R bar is magnitude of R bar AR. Nothing but R AR. Then what is your AR? R bar divided by R. Can I substitute AR? This AR here. Even DH bar is equal to IDL. If you don't want in terms of AR bar, then what is your AR bar? R bar divided by 4 by R cube. This is one expression and this is another expression. But we use this one. But even in nice one textbook he did this mistake also. He kept R bar but it is still R square. This is differential magnetic field due to only differential length. For complete? For complete? Call it as equation number A and this as B. To find total magnetic field intensity at point B. Are you getting all? Are you getting or not? Is it clear how we converted this equation to this? Please let me know. How we converted this into this? Is it clear to all? And this into this? The magnitude of AR is 1. This is 1. The magnitude of DL is DL. Then this expression we wrote in terms of DL bar AR. Is it clear? Yes. Then the total magnetic field intensity. Shall I write this? Due to entire conductor is given by. Now tell me, conductor should be an open loop or closed loop for flow of current? Closed. Then integration, this should be an open integral or closed integral? Closed. Yes. You remember like this. For flow of current, conductor should be closed. Here this is your DH or this is your DH. Fine. This completes the Boyer-Savart's law and In next class, we will see the application of Biot-Savart's law. Fine, is it okay? I made sir to wait. Sir is having some finance work. Please go ahead. Sorry, sir. Chalo, I'll stop.